Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Tom.
I'm Travis.
This is a new episode of Give Us the Launch Codes. You know where to find us on all the socials, including, obviously, Grinder. Don't forget. But for today's episode, Travis, kind of changed our plans for our recording schedule, didn't it?
Well, it was just it was a funny news story, a predictable outcome, but nonetheless, it is still funny. We wanted to talk a bit about the reflecting pool, fracas. Um, we haven't talked about this too much, but so you know, I guess we need to back up here.
Yeah.
So earlier this summer,
Uh,
the Trump administration, obviously for America 250, it was like, hey, let's make the reflecting pool look a little nicer. I think it was like collecting some like algae and like plant life. So it's like, hey, let's spruce it up. And Trump hired a guy, which I forget the name of this guy, but if you see pictures of him, he looks like he's badly cosplaying as like a 1930s Italian gangster. He's like a fat dude with a mustache and a cigar. But supposedly this is the contractor that Trump uses for his pools
mhm.
in like Mar-a-Lago and resorts like that. So yeah, get him to do the reflecting pool. And he does like a cheap job. Like, it was a no bid contract too. So
Yeah.
like there was no like they weren't like competing, there weren't like competing contracts for this. It's just I hired the guy that does my pools. I want the pool to look to have this like dark blue color because I like that color. And it's like, but yep, Mr. President, it's gonna be hot as balls. It's gonna attract a lot of heat, and heat will cause like plant life and bacteria to grow out there. And no, oh, all right, Mr. President. So they put like this like terrible like paint clad
hmm
on they drain the reflecting pool, they repaint it with this like cheap ass paint on granite.
And if
Not
anyone who
exactly not exactly an easy surface to paint on.
you don't even need a home to know this was just stupid. You don't even have to own a home.
The yeah, and so uh so then they put the water back in the pool in the thing. Paint
By the
starts
way,
coming
they
off.
put in the wrong pH level of like mixture chemical water too. It was like all it wasn't even appropriate as well.
Yeah, yeah, they did everything wrong. The algae came back like with like a vengeance.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's how wrong they screwed
It
up.
it spread faster than the virus in The Last of Us. Like holy crap.
So like the pool is just like a murky green, and the paint was coming off because it can't stand that paint is not waterproof properly for that at least to be put on fucking granite. So then it's like, all right, well, we got to put some like hydrogen peroxide in there to. I think that's what they put in. It was like, obviously, this is what you do to kind of kill the algae and clear it out, and what that makes the paint come off more, so it just makes the reflecting pool look even worse. Um, so that brings us to this story where a former American Olympic canoeist, David Hearn, what was he doing? He was just like he was just like reaching out to pick off like
Honestly, what he did, it was floating. It was already floating.
yeah, it was like floating strip of paint. And
And he
he's
just picked,
like, "What? What is
well,
this?"
the
And he
human
gets a
curiosity. He just picked it up. I was like, what is this in the pool? And it's like, holy shit.
yeah, I mean, it's the reflecting pool. It's Washington D.C. I think
It's a
we have
public pool. It is a public pool.
I
There's
think we
there's
have
pictures, by the way, Travis, not to be rude to cut you off. There's
mhm.
pictures from the 60s, 70s, and 80s of people just chilling in the reflecting pool.
Like, have you? First of all, have you ever been to DC?
No.
Have you? Okay, so I did like the eighth grade field trip for
Oh
that DC, New
yeah,
York,
yeah,
dead of
yeah.
summer, hot and humid. I thought I knew heat and humidity from like being in no, like it wasn't even that humid. That was the weird thing. No, it was more humid in New York when we went to New York afterwards. But hot, hottest, hottest weather I've ever been to in the United States. I felt I like when we went to Arlington Cemetery and we got to see the changing of the guard for for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Hmm.
Pretty powerful, but emotionally powerful if you ever go see that. I felt so bad for the Marines that had to be there because they were like dressed in their Class A pluses,
Dress
just
blues.
like dress blues. Yeah, more like black because it's a black over outfit that they're wearing, gloves on, hats, and I'm like that was the moment I knew I can never be a Marine.
Just that little thing. It's like, no,
I was like, I don't understand how these men can put up with this, and that's how I know I'll never make it in the armed forces. That's not my direction in life. Anyway,
hey, Travis, you're like this. You know what? I'd rather get shot at. I'd rather get shot at. That's
at least I have other things to focus on than just walking slowly back and forth,
hey,
trying to keep a
even
straight face, trying not to wipe the sweat off my face because
hey,
that would
you
break the
can't do anything.
procedure.
Yeah. Hey, Travis, even the veterans of D-Day go up to the guys and go like this. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I'd rather be back in 44, man. Hey, that's the new Call of Duty game. Go back to World War II. That's the new Call of Duty game of like you gotta.
It's like you got yeah. How would you do that? It's like how you have to. It's like a challenge. You have to go back and forth
Pace,
for
cadence,
like 10 minutes.
not concentrate on like dehydration. You can't touch the sweat. Hey, water droplets, which are still sweat droplets, cover the
It'll like
camera.
get in.
The camera, and you're like, ah. Hey, that'd be a perfect VR like 10-minute game. Just like, don't mess up.
So obviously, so the Trump administration can't admit defeat because they are run by brain dead wannabe Nazis who are like, we can never do no wrong. You cannot say that we did wrong. So, and they were like blaming their own fuck ups on vandalism.
Yes,
This is just the radical left trying to make her pull back, look
they're
back because
attacking
they
an
hate our
American
country
institution.
by ruining the. First of all, wouldn't it just be easier to do graffiti on the sidewalk next to it?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it just be easier to like spray paint Trump sucks? Like, no, to go into the pool and then try to scrape the paint. Well, actually, no. That actually scraping paint of granite. I mean, in hindsight, that's probably very easy to do.
but that's lazy vandalism.
Yeah, it's very lazy. Yeah, you're not making like it's a little harder to like remove like graffiti. You have to like sandblast that and um, you get and yeah, that's but they want it like this is all vandalism, it's all vandalism. So yeah, they catch this guy, this former Olympian. I think was he like a gold medalist or was he just simply an Olympian? I don't know. I don't know
You
how
know
good
what's
or
funny? Yeah, how good is our American canoeing? How good? How good? Well, let me look it up while you keep going. That'd be funny to see.
he was apparently like just checking out the strip of paint that he just happened to. I don't know if he lives there or happens to be in town. He saw the strip of paint and he gets arrested on the spot by I think it was like by the National Guard too. Um, they were just like you know just gets arrested on the spot, gets brought on trumped up charges, pun intended, of vandalism and all that stuff. Yeah, let's see. I got an article up from CNN. Lovely bastards at CNN. Analysis by Aaron Blake.
He's
Trump's reflecting.
gold world championship gold medal, six consecutive for the 1979 to 1989 team events.
Six consecutive in. Wait, does that mean he went to six different Olympic, or is there multiple canoeing events?
This is world championship events.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
Three summer he competed in three Summer Olympics.
Okay, that makes more sense.
No medals, but he did represent America three times, and multiple events too. He didn't canoe. It was solo canoeing, team canoeing, a lot of canoeing. But no, he's world for the world events though. So outside of the Olympics, because as people know, Olympics are not actually the only world tournaments.
Yeah, yeah.
He's has six consecutive world championship gold medals in canoeing.
Well, he has to be. I mean, he has to be one of the best canoeists in the country if he was representing us in the Olympics. So American hero, right? Uh, yeah, yeah. So this article, Trump's reflecting pool debacle takes a predictably scandalous turn. Um, and yeah, he was finding poor David Hearn was fending off like a potential felony conviction, but
Hmm.
then the Department of Justice, um, through the U.S. Attorney for that area, which is former Fox News contributor and longtime Trump suck up Janine Pirro. They on Friday they announced that they dropped all the charges. They
What?
realized it's like they finally realized this is a lawsuit that these are criminal charges that they cannot win. A judge would probably that clearly the defense has way too good of a case, and would make them look like fools. Um, Basically, a quote from their announcement that they were dropping the charges is that the damage, quote, was the result of a botched installation and not vandalism.
What? So all that fencing they put around the reflecting pool, military armed guards stopping kids from putting their hands in the pool because that's what kids do with water, and like, where are your parents at? All those, you mean all those arrests were actually wrong and not justified in any way, shape, or form?
Okay, you know what's even funnier? Okay. Furthermore, it pointed the finger at the Department of the Interior. This is
Yep.
the so the DOJ was pointing at the DOI for willfully withholding information that would have demonstrated that fact, the allegation of vandalism, and prevented the case from ever being brought. Quote: DOI provided less than fulsome information at the outset of this case. Had
Mm-hmm.
DOI been forthcoming with the information clearly in its possession, the government would have not sought a grand jury indictment. But then Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, the Burgomeister himself, as I like to call him when he tried to run for president 2 years ago, he said that the evidence was clear and that his department had provided the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington with expert and eyewitness testimony to the damage done by the vandals. So it's creating infighting in the fucking cabinet.
And did you hear what also too that what's that woman's name again?
Janine Pirro, the U.S. Attorney for
Janine just
D.C.
basically is gonna throw someone under the bus in her own team. She basically said like, "Oh, it's not my fault. Someone just gave me the wrong info." Then
Of course, they had there's no
accountability.
there's no little loyalty, no honor with these people.
No.
Um, this is basically like you can tell what this was. Trump was like, it's obviously vandals because I'm delusional. I win. I always win. I can't be wrong ever. And he's surrounded by yes men. And I imagine Stephen Miller probably said something to uh who's the
Entice them more.
yeah, like I forget who is the attorney general now. It's
No,
not
that's right. We don't have
it's
no.
not it's not what the fuck is her what are the
It's not Pam anymore, right?
no, it's not Pam Bondi. Todd Blanche. Okay, it's Todd Blanche and Mark Wayne Mullen is running Homeland Security to replace the dog killer. Okay. I got them mixed up. Yeah, yeah. So I probably whispered to Todd Blanche is like, "Hey, you gotta like, can you like charge something for our dear? Can you do something for our dear leader? Can you like charge some rando for vandalism? Just anybody, like pick and paint, touching the water, any of it. If you see that, you gotta arrest him, and we gotta charge them and make an example of them to make the dear leader happy. I guarantee you that's how that went down. That's basically what happened with uh why am I bad with the names?
It
The
is a
FBI director
Cash
guy that
Patel.
no, 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 not the current one. The one that was like fuck. FBI director James Comey, that's who it was.
Oh,
Yeah, James Comey. Remember they tried to press stupid charge because he I think he like tweeted something. It was like 86-47, and it's like a dog whistle, and they tried to get him on something, and it was nonsense, and the judge just threw the case out.
yeah.
because and it literally came out that they did that as a favor to Trump. Trump was like, "Go after my old enemies, go after my old enemies with something, get something on them." I think they did the same thing to John Bolton and it didn't work. So you have this like Department of Justice that is like really is trying serving at the whims of the president, at the dementia ridden whims of the president. Um, but our justice system just happens to be so labyrinthine, thankfully, that it
Well,
doesn't mean like
the
the
checks and
judges are
balances.
like. I mean, oh, I think the reason why James Comey like got off on their bullshit off of their bullshit was because like the attorney the prosecutor literally attempted to argue to a jury that him pleading the fifth on something was an admission of guilt, which is illegal. Like you can't do that. That's the whole point of the Fifth Amendment, is that it is your right to not talk if
Yes,
you don't want to, and therefore and that cannot be used against you.
I'd love to.
You cannot be compelled to talk.
Hey, after the whole Fauci thing that happened, I would love to see Trump try to get rid of the Fifth Amendment. That'd be hilarious.
He'll get rid of like any amendment to the constitution, any part of the constitution that he deems inconvenient to him at any given moment. And then the next moment when it actually does become convenient, being like, wait, no, we need to keep that. Like there's no consistency.
It's like him getting the vaccine.
So this is just super
It's
funny. Oh, on social, okay, Trump wrote on Truth Social after this. I disagree 100% with Jeanine Pirro, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, on the reflecting pool. I don't know what she was thinking. There's a question mark there, even though that's a affirmative sentence.
he's like Ron Burgundy. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Or in My Cousin Vinny, I shot the clerk. uh, to me, it was here's the his derangement continues. To me, it was a pure case of vandalism, all caps, that included the grass, which had a big 8647 emblazoned in giant letters on it. Oh yeah, that's been a thing. That there's like mysterious like engraving of 8647 and like the grass goes by, and other elements of the surrounding area. There may have been some contractor difficulty. Ooh, interesting admission there. There may have been some contractor. You got a cheap contractor that screwed you, bro.
That's all it is.
If you were a real gangster, you should be like, if you were as gangster as you think you are, you'd be like throwing his ass under the bus. Like, I got a bad deal.
Don't use this guy.
Don't use this guy. I'm going to use a better contractor next time because I always use the better contractor, but he can't even do that right. Yeah, there may have been some contractor difficulty, but the major damage was caused by vandals! All caps exclamation mark. Uh,
But hey, if it was, he would be trying to prosecute this Olympian even again, but he can't. So it's like, it's not
yeah.
true.
No, like, and Janine Pirro is a fucking nutcase.
She
Like,
she
I
is.
remember her appearances on Fox News way before she ever got this U.S. Attorney's job
Oh
for
God, yeah,
Trump.
dude, she's a nut.
Even before Trump mania happened, like she was like a as nutty as like Glenn Beck. She was like up there with the Tea Party shit. Like she is a nutcase. Okay, this isn't like some reasonable bureaucrat that just happens to have that job. It's like, no, we can't actually do this. We don't have a good case against him. I actually have honor integrity in my office.
No, she
No,
doesn't.
like so if Janine Pirro couldn't put a case together, a kangaroo case together for this, yeah, just David Hearn really did have like a rock solid case, like so much so it really that they're like the Justice Department didn't even want to bother with a trial.
No,
They're like, you know what? We can't even do this. We're throwing in the towel. We forfeit. We forfeit all of it. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. Um, I mean, I feel like I'm sure David Hearn's probably thinking of suing the federal government for like, uh, you know,
if he
harassment, like,
defamation.
Defamation,
It's
yeah.
mostly defamation. He could say. I was reading about it. He can mostly sue for defamation.
Yeah, wanting a settle.
Then he should. Hey, that the woman that Trump did not sexually assault got a lot of money out of our
Well,
taxpayers.
according to the courts, he did sexually assault her
That's why I said.
legally.
That's why I said the who did not. That's why I emphasized
Oh
the
yeah.
weird. No, but I'm saying like look how much she got. And
Hmm.
so it's like, come on, if he didn't do it, why are you paying her?
I mean, I would rather my tax dollar money not go to sexual assault settlements, but in the grand scheme of things of what our federal tax dollars get used for, it certainly beats bombing Palestinian children in Gaza.
And now our taxpayers' money will be funding a canoe school. we'll be we'll be funding the next generation of canoeists.
I'm okay with that. Fuck yeah. Like,
Hey,
let's actually win that gold
we're gonna
medal
win,
this.
yeah, we're gonna win it now for sure. 6 years and six Olympics in a row.
I
So
want to. I want to fund. What's the next Olympics? What's the Summer Olympics for 2 years? Oh wait, it's fucking here.
yeah, it's here,
Stupid. It's LA. It's in
2028.
dude. There's gonna be so much traffic going into downtown Long Beach 2 years from now.
You know, Second Street in Long Beach is gonna be nuts.
It's go. Oh god.
That's the place.
We thought the World Cup was crazy. Oh boy, it's
Dude,
gonna
that's
be
to me, that's the
awesome.
place to be is Second Street in Long Beach.
Second Street, yeah,
You're gonna be
yeah,
nuts because that's the place to be already. And can you
yeah,
imagine,
yeah. It's Saturday night, like the clubs are hopping, the bars
dude?
are.
We should go for the podcast. Just be like, hey, let's interview people here. That's when we should give out free merch.
We should go to Legends and
Legends
see
and
if there's
Panama
any like
Joes.
who we're like hosting. I feel like we're like a host city for some, or maybe I'm thinking of the Olympics. Never mind.
Yeah, the Olympics. We're
Or the
hosting
not the Olympics, the World Cup. I want to say we were. I don't remember. Um,
what?
I'm trying to think. We were like Long Beach was going to be like a host city to like one of the teams for the Olympics. I forget. Um,
Oh, it was. I forget who it was, but I think they didn't make it far enough.
yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, because the
Um,
SoFi is being played out a lot. But yeah, this is. I think this should just tell people also too, if they'll lie about a public pool, they're gonna lie about everything else.
yeah. You just can't trust the you can't trust the federal government really
And
on
no,
anything.
no,
We
this is
know there.
hilarious.
I mean, we're not even in the know of like what the true death count for true casualty count for Iran is. So so
On either side, on either side.
yeah. So if
Hell,
you're
did you?
if you have a loved one who has died there, no, you don't.
Yeah, we don't know anything. Travis, you heard why the war had took a 2 day pause last week, right? It
Something
got
happened. What was that?
some stuff got leaked. Apparently, we ran out of ammunition, so we needed 2 days to just get the supplies back up. Oh,
That's how I play that's like how I play every RTS. I just go full ham and then I run out of like resources and I'm like, hold on, I gotta go back to my home base and then spend 15 minutes like
right.
rebuilding,
And then
accumulating
charge
new
again,
credits.
and then you just charge, again, like just
And
nonchalant.
then I screw up again. I'm like, God, this isn't working. I need to try a different strategy.
Let's try suicide bombers. They work.
Good thing I'm playing this on easy mode, so they're not gonna retaliate as quickly.
I know, right? No, yeah, this is it's funny because it's like first of all, we all knew, and then it's like, hey, they had to admit it. It's legal. Like it's legally in the courts. It's like it was literally
Yeah,
installation stupidity.
he didn't do shit. Yeah, he was just like,
None of
"What's
no,
this?"
not only him, none of them did shit.
Yeah,
There was no vandals.
but like,
There
can
was
you
no pool
imagine?
vandals.
Like, you live in DC. Like I imagine the reflecting pool is like, what if you? It's like if you live near a public park,
It
you
is a
know?
public pool. It's a
Yeah,
public pool.
and it's like if you ever like go to a fountain at a park or like a pond,
And you play around in it.
and you play like maybe like don't encourage your kids to like if it's like a pond like don't encourage your kids to jump in because there might be like pee in there or what, like fish pee or whatever. But like they're gonna want to like touch it. Like imagine like your fucking 2 year old like touches the water reflecting pool. Um, of which you first tell them, "Whoa, whoa, don't touch them. It's filthy as hell. It's like green algae. You don't know what's in there, kid." Um, and then like a National Guard like tries to arrest you and your kid, being like, "Ah, you're vandalizing. We're gonna put you up on charges." And just you know, like,
Yeah, no. Again, there's pictures from the 60s, 70s, and 80s where people were just chilling in the reflecting pool and no one cared because it's a public pool.
uh, evil, brain dead, and stupid.
Yeah, no,
Dude, I saw something really funny recently that the Department of Education, also, part of Trump's cabinet and also trying to off itself. Uh since they just, we don't want federal standards in education. Um
no, not at
they
all.
they put out some you got to look this up. It's so weird. They've been putting out these posts of with like cartoon families
What?
education. Yeah. Like and by cartoons I mean like cartoon like real cartoons we recognize. Um yeah, this is the one that's run by Vince Mc Department of
Yeah,
Education
yeah.
is run by Vince McMahon's, right? Okay, I'm just gonna
Can you send it to me real
you know
quick?
what? I'm gonna if you're watching the video, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm
Oh,
I'm gonna show you the
we're getting
fucking
technical.
so look at this like
What the
parents
f
know best, but the first one, this
is
one
Kai?
tripped me out. It's fucking
Oh,
it's Jimmy Neutron and his parents.
yes.
The caption is parents know best, but it's Jimmy Neutron and his parents done fairly
Uh,
odd parents style.
I know it's from the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, though. They did three of them in Nickelodeon back in the day.
Which I'm
Crossovers.
like, I want to say because this is like conservative weirdos and like these people like Jimmy goes to public school.
And also, too, Jimmy hated the government. Like, he did a lot of things to just bypass government stuff. Like, he believed in free energy. He believed in, Jimmy Neutron was a socialist. The mom and the dad was a sex pervert. Let's just be honest. He was. He was a sex pervert. I mean, now, thankfully, just for his wife, but still.
He was just horny for his wife. He wasn't a sex pervert. He was just horny for his
No,
wife.
no, he reached a new level because the way he talked about pie.
But then they got like here's it's the okay, the Incredibles and then oh god, I didn't even notice this. Yeah, then they show like they do this again with this parents know best bit, but now they're showing the Incredibles. But Dash is like taller than Violet,
And he's older.
and he's older, and I'm like, Dash stayed the same age in Incredibles too. He didn't become like a teenager and suddenly have a growth spurt. It's like are
Also,
these like
too,
AI
no,
generated?
they are because you know that the Incredibles have openly said that the government obviously doesn't help you. Like, you know that, right?
Yeah. No, the government like got in the way. But still, like this parents
And
knows best thing. Like,
it's
I
just
think this
stupid.
is like a dog whistle for homeschooling. But like
But
again, the
Jimmy,
Jimmy
Jimmy,
Neutron thing is like he went to public school.
and also too, Jimmy thought homeschoolers were stupid. Like that was in an episode. He believed in education in college, and
Yeah.
his mom would always be like, "Go to school, get out of here." Like she wanted him out of the house. And the
Like
dad,
he was smarter than everyone. You
yeah,
probably like I
yeah,
don't know, like I didn't watch that much Jimmy Neutron. Like I
I
watched
watched that.
enough.
I watched all of it.
Okay, was there ever an episode where like Jimmy actually learned something new at school?
He learned not to be a dick. He was kind of an
Okay, that
arrogant
doesn't
ass.
count. Like
I'm being honest. No, nothing else. No, because you know what's funny? That's the weirdest thing. Like he actually never went to college. It's almost like he wanted to slum it with everyone because it's like, how are you still here? Like you're not even with the high schoolers.
Yeah, and
No, but he stayed in public school because he believed in education. He actually tried to do his own school. He tried to bring his own education into school. He actually tried to change the school's curriculum at one point. I don't think people realize that Jimmy Neutron was such a hardcore public school advocate.
advocate, yeah. So like this is the kind of like brain dead, like brain drain that
Yes.
we're dealing with.
Also, too, I saw one of those being Finding Nemo out of those pictures you're showing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
the whole point of Finding Nemo is for 95% of the movie, Marlin is a bad dad and he realizes he's a bad dad.
He's a helicopter parent and he has to learn to let his
He's
kid
no,
grow up.
he's a helicopter parent fueled by trauma
Yes.
and the fact that his kid has a birth defect, like those parents who act like, oh, you have this defect, you're useless. It's like Marlin was so like actually Marlin advocated homeschooling, but we as the audience knew that he was wrong. His kid needs to go to public school or even private school, doesn't matter. His kid needs to go to a school.
I just have a
That was
feeling
the whole
like
movie.
I
Like
just have a feeling like the entire executive branch, their social media department, is
they just
like
don't watch the movies.
brain drooling. Well,
They
they're
have to
letting
be
they're
stupid.
letting AI do it all. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure all those images we looked at just now, they're all AI
Oh yeah, no,
generated.
they are. It's just the fact that they don't realize what the actual movie TV show was about. Where it's like again,
Yeah.
Marlon, 95% of the movie, Marlon's a shitty dad. He doesn't realize till the end that he was a bad dad, and he needs to get his shit together. And that his wife would actually be disappointed in him and the dad he's become.
I mean, they could have just used screenshots from like, well, okay, those are PBS shows, so obviously maybe not. Maybe they didn't want to give credit to PBS shows, but like, I don't know, just screenshots from Arthur, like him
Yeah,
and the Reed family,
but they
and
went again. He went to public. He went to school.
he went to school.
Remember,
Yeah.
homeschooling isn't even about being against public school. Homeschooling is being against all schools,
They could have
even
used
private.
Caillou. He was too young to go to public school.
That's what I'm saying. It's
He's like
just weird.
4.
It's like private school, public school, charter school, an academy, all homeschooling is against that. And none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, my argument as a parent to homeschoolers is so I can do both. I can send my kid off to get an education at a public school, and then I can also teach them stuff at home. So why not do it twice at the same time instead of
Dude,
only one avenue?
it's like, you know what? You may be a responsible parent, but that does not mean you're smart enough to be a teacher.
To me, it's just being.
Those two things can be true.
I think homeschooling's lazy. Again, why not do both? Why not have
Yep.
him? Why not have your kid learn twice at the same time, double the work? Why not? Nothing wrong with it, right? I
That's
mean,
called
no,
Sundays. Tom, that's called Sunday school.
hell, see, hey, there you go. But hey, they don't even do that. See what I'm saying? I'm having my kids do double the work. I don't give a shit. They're gonna learn twice
Uh,
as much.
didn't like the more like we because we went to school with a lot of Mormon kids. Didn't they have to do
Hmm.
like a bunch of like early morning classes like before
Yes,
they went to public school? So
yes, because
there you
you know,
go.
our middle school had the that Mormon church nearby.
Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't that far from the high school. No, yeah, no, I remember how tired they were and other things like that. And then there was also, I think some of the kids who were Muslim we went to did the early morning, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. prayers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Anyway,
it's nutty.
I didn't mean it's a little off it's
Tangent.
a bit of a tangent from the whole from the reflecting pool debacle, but um you know, when Trump puts in his government, he's not recruiting his best. Uh, to
No,
to borrow a little turn of phrase from him, it's all a bunch of yes men, and all the smart people that would be qualified to do that work. They know better,
no. You
and they
heard
got.
how at the beginning, not the beginning, sorry, a few months ago, maybe even 4 months now, there was this like summit thing for like the world that happened about a few months ago. And the people Trump sent, none of them were scientists, none of them were experts on literally anything globally. And so they would have to ask people from across other countries about like when they're talking about, scientific things of like, let's just say literally commerce, food supply and climate, they'd be like this. Well, what does that mean? Can you explain it to me? And it's like, how do you not know this? Your job title is this. And so it came out on like Instagram that a lot of people from other parts of the world who went to this like G7 summit, I don't know what they're called, that would were complaining afterwards saying whoever Trump sent is a moron because they're not experts on anything that they're titled for.
Like, all right, Econ 101,
That's
lesson one.
literally that's literally how it went. They had to break it down for them and
Let me
like,
teach you how supply and demand works.
yeah. And hell, even JD Vance, when he was doing all the negotiations with the successful war on Iran, he would literally have to pause and leave the room, call Trump, come back in. Pause, leave the room, call Trump, call back in.
Because it's not like you have a State Department
Nope.
that is
No,
well
no,
staffed that can do any of that
no,
work.
because Trump sent with JD Vance, he sent his son-in-law and some other guy.
Who's probably friends with Jared Kushner, hence the son-in-law.
Yeah,
Um,
his son-in-law's making a
yeah,
shit ton of money.
Marco Rubio, he's got to be. Whenever I see Marco Rubio in public appearances, not that Marco Rubio is a good person, he never was, but like I do kind of feel bad because he feels like the one cabinet member in the room. He's like he doesn't actually want to be there. Like he's just biding his time. He
Oh, he's
he's
he's he's
he's
a he's a ladder climber.
yeah. He's like I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna run for president in 2028 or 2032 or 2036. Like it's like this is a resume builder. That's all. But he is like squirming in his chair. He looks uncomfortable when
He's dying inside every press conference. You could tell he's just dying inside.
yeah.
Because you know why? He's the only one not doing drugs on the job.
Yes.
The most
Um
painfully sober person in DC. I think, folks, to kind of just really, because this is going to be kind of a quick episode for us, just to wrap it up. It's just, again, if they're going to lie about a public pool, you gotta admit to yourself they're going to lie about everything.
yeah. And the only thing like and I'm not like I want to say like they're too dumb to get you and they're like but still be careful. Like there was that case where I think it was like a bunch of it was like pro see that I think they were like anti-ICE demonstrators or whatever, and then one of them got like 100 years in prison. But I think it's also because he brought a gun and like brandished it at one point.
I
So
guarantee you that it'll be somehow still brought down, and when the actual legal system gets involved and not a kangaroo court, it'll be properly prosecuted, and it won't be as bad as it all is being.
yeah. But it's like okay, the only reason they were able to get that kind of sentence through was because
Get a gun. But hey,
there was a gun. So like
but
okay, all right,
hey,
yeah,
but hey, Second Amendment. I should be able to open carry anywhere I go. Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Right? You can't cherry pick the Second Amendment, I thought, right, MAGA?
But it's like we're dealing with very like dumb people.
Planktons.
Don't give them. It's just like
Don't give them the excuse,
don't give them
obviously.
help. Don't help them out. Don't make the case easy for them.
But
You got
there's
make them do the work because they are not capable of doing the work.
they will not do the research for work or put in the effort. It's just show. This is literally our government right now is run by ASB kids.
That's an insult to the ASB kids, Tom.
I never thought, I never thought highly of our ASB. I never thought highly of them. And I know we had some classmates and
you,
friends in ASB.
you know what our ASB kids had to do? They had to actually paint those posters.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, but they had to paint them with their hands. They actually had to take time to do it. They didn't ask a computer to do it for
Well,
them.
they should ask their moms. Could have been better. I'll say I don't care. Everyone in ASB is a fucking idiot. I'll just say it. I don't give a shit. They're all ASB's run by ASB. Our government's run by ASB kids, and yeah, I am insulting them because ASB is full of fucking retards. They're idiots. I've known enough of them. They're fucking idiots. ASB's stupid. I've been at some ASB meetings. I've talked to them. They're dumbasses. Not a single one. I'm like this. Oh, you got into college already, huh? That's all I came across to me. Every ASB kid I talked to in high school is just oh, you already got into college. Okay.
You got a legacy spot.
Yeah, they're just run by morons. The government is literally run by ASB kids, and it's finally out in the open.
Ah, well,
Midterms. Keep it. Oh my God. Anyway, just realize that, folks. They're lying about a pool, a public pool. They're gonna lie about everything and anything now. And keep in mind that that means everything.
yeah, they always have, but just reinforce that.
And
But
hey, if you're comfortable sucking cock, it's good for you, I guess.
okay, I was gonna say that you know the truth, the no matter the truth prevails. The truth can still prevail. They'll lie about everything, but it won't erase the truth. And I think that's what David Hearn and his legal team were able to prove. They were able
Hmm.
to beat the Justice Department so bad they didn't have to go to trial.
You can't. Hey, don't mess with the canoeist.
Yeah, they were held on a scapegoat. They were public enemy number one in the eyes of Donald Trump, and didn't even get to go to trial. That's
Yeah, because we knew none of this will. We knew none of this will.
the truth can still prevail. Don't take that for granted, but don't count it out either. I think that's
That's a great way to end it.
I think we can
That's a
leave it
great.
there.
That's great. Remember, folks, give us the launch codes. We're on everything. I'm Tom.
I'm Travis.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye everyone.
Peace.